Hi, this is my work in progress video for Folio 1. My name is Sam. This week I did a lot of research on how the game Naiad was made. I found the Twitter account of the creator and shared it to my partner. I learned a lot scrolling through his posts of how the game was set up and the ways he achieved the visuals. I was particularly impressed by the tools he used to create animation for plants and found some information under the comment section. Unfortunately, it wasn't really useful as it seems like it was an editor he created himself, but we still learned the workflow and decided to make the game in Unity 2D rather than in Unity 3D with 2D sprites. However, we did run into some problem that the collab is no longer available in Unity as it changed to use Plastic SCM instead. So we had problem to create a file to share our Unity progress, even though we looked up all the tutorials. As it is a recent change and the information online does not match with the actual problem, and my partner just went overseas, so I could only start doing the tooling rigging myself. The rigging software I chose is Live2D Cubism. It was commonly used for rigging 2D characters to make the drawing move by deforming their body parts, and it was my first time using it. I first created a rough color sketch of how I wanted the first scene perspective changes from one to another, and then made a precise version of it with every single object in separate layers. After imported the file into Live2D, I started to put points on the sprites evenly to allow them to stretch without unnatural deform, and to create some handles for the actual rigging. By creating parameters on each object with them deformed to a certain position to create the illusion of the view changed. However, as I don't have an actual reference, I would only adjust them according to my imagination. The first version of it looks kinda weird and it took me a long time to figure out which parts went wrong. The final outcome looks surprisingly good, as I didn't like the drawing in 2D as there wasn't much detail of brushstroke or texture, but it looks better in 3D as if it is a tone-shaded object. That I was allowed to deform them freely because there was no texture on the graphic. Here are the before and after. The difference was subtle, but it gives out a much more accurate feeling of space. Here, the leaves floating in front doesn't change because I forgot to separate them in different layers. I did a few more sketches of a lizard as the playable character moving behind the glass, a flower floating on a river, and a squirrel on a hill. I'm going to rig this scene in the next few weeks. That's it. Thanks for watching.